For millions and millions of Americans, it is becoming unbearable and in many cases impossible for them to get out of credit card debt. It is because of that millions of Americans are actually defaulting on payments. We are seeing delinquency rates go up, and in some cases, these banks are actually doing charge-offs where they are forgiving thousands and thousands of accounts and forgiving their debt simply because they know this debt holder is not going to be able to pay it off. Now, I want to break down what's going on, why some people are saying this is actually a good thing because Americans continue to spend, but in the end, it could be a terrible thing because we are actually running out of money. So I'll address all that in today's video. All I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So seriously, what is going on? Why are we seeing delinquency rates go up? Because according to a recent Fed report, it is saying that we are not going deeper and deeper into debt by much. It is slowly rising just by a minimal amount. However, what experts are telling us now is that the reason why credit card debt is somewhat slowing, and I'll show you this chart right here. Look at this. This is from this is called Fred. Okay, so this is the St. Louis Federal Reserve, but you can see this is credit card debt. How it keeps going up. This is when the pandemic hit and everybody was getting out of debt because of stimulus and stuff like that. But now we're up here, okay? The reason why I want to show you this and why we're seeing it slowly tick up, again, not much, it's very minimal. It's because experts are telling us that we are already at our credit limits. We are right there. So we do not have a lot of room to add on to more debt. We are at the maximum. So until we start getting more open lines of credit, it's just not going to work. Here's the reason why banks are at this time denying new accounts because they are worried about the risk. Look at this. I want to show you this number right here. Credit card spending, the leading reason why 78% of Americans have debt regret. It says boomers worry about retirement most, while Generation Z regrets student loan debt. Interesting. Look at this number though. I think this one's very interesting. Nearly 40% of Americans paid a late fee in the last 12 months. The late fees on credit cards, this is not $5, $10. In most cases, it's $25, $35, even $40 for one late payment. So 40% of Americans have made a payment for a late fee in the past 12 months. That's crazy. Now, here's the reason why this is turning into a massive issue. What we are now faced with is we are seeing prices continue to rise. Inflation is not going anywhere. We are going to continue to experience this. But many Americans are simply throwing in the towel. They cannot afford to continue to pay down their debt or even attempt to pay down their debt. For millions of Americans, the goal of becoming debt-free is unfathomable. It's something that they think is impossible. It's never going to happen. Well, here's what I can tell you. It is becoming difficult, and borrowers, especially younger Americans, are struggling with credit card debt and it says this is a potentially bad sign for the economy. Here's what I can tell you. When you turn on the news, you watch mainstream media, they're all saying the same thing. The economy's booming. The American people have money. We continue to spend it. Right? We continue to spend. The economy has never been stronger. Think about what's happening in the next 6 months. We have an election in like 5 months. We have a presidential election. So do you think the current administration wants the American people feeling like debt is at an all-time high? No. Do you think they want the American people feeling like inflation is going to, ramp back up? No. Do you think they want the American people to know that there's a chance unemployment starts to rise? No. They don't want this. The reason why is because they want to win the election. Now, I want to show you something. I was reading this article the other day. It says 1 in 7 Gen Z credit card users are maxed out. But what's even more troubling is there was another survey done. I think there was like 5,000 people that were surveyed. And of those 5,000 people, 1 out of every 3 said they had maxed out their credit cards. That means they can't afford to buy things. Debt is at an all-time high. Prices continue to go up. How are they supposed to pay the utilities? Right? How are they supposed to buy medication, food? Save for an emergency if they don't have access to credit. That means they have to have savings. Well, here's the problem. If you have savings, you likely are not defaulting on any of your debts. But report just about 2 weeks ago says debt and delinquencies are on the rise for Americans. Okay. Again, that's troubling. Debt continues to rise. The delinquency rate continues to rise. Inflation continues to rise, but yet the amount of money that we make isn't rising as quickly as we need it to. Again, that's a major problem. Here's what we are about to see. As we head into these summer months, we are about to see more inflation because gas prices are going to go up. Now, the Biden administration is trying to do what they can. Again, I think this is interesting because the Biden administration, they can't go too far. They can't do that much as far as bringing down gas prices. Now, he could, but he's not going to. So gas prices are likely to go up. As gas prices go up, food costs increase, right? Travel costs increase. The amount of people going on vacation, it's likely to decrease. Here's the problem. If you haven't been on vacation in 1, 2, 3 years, maybe even 4 years, you're likely to force yourself to go on vacation and use credit cards. Do a buy now, pay later. That's getting people into trouble. But what we continue to face is more and more people are using debt to service their lifestyle. That's it. The problem is they're not paying off said debt. They're letting that debt accumulate. It continues to accrue. Interest, again, just keeps building to the point where they cannot make a payment. And then they let the company know, sorry, don't have any money. Lost my job. Rent went up, right? Food costs, everything. And this is why more and more companies, we're seeing large banks right now. They are simply, we're seeing rising charge-offs. They're simply forgiving the debt that these consumers are racking up because they know they haven't received a payment in months, and there's a high likelihood that they will never receive a payment. So, I just want to share this with you because right now, this debt crisis that we're in continues to spiral out of control. And I don't think it gets better anytime soon. So, we'll see. I just want to share that with you. But again, let me know your thoughts. Is your debt continuing to rise, or are you able to slowly pay it off? Let me know down in the comment section below. But again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.